your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want to battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Hey, man!
We are live. We just finished a show at the Brea Improv. Jason Collings, not to be confused with the 7-foot gay black NBA player.
Exactly.
You are a white, straight comic.
Exactly, and there's a G in my last name.
Collings?
Collings, because I'm gangster. I met Jason Collins.
I saw you tweeted. Is it at Jason Collings?
Yeah.
Why'd you like to think twice? Like,
well, I thought you were asking with his was. His at Jason Collins with a number behind it or some shit. But he came
What's
up to
the number?
I don't remember. Like, I'm following him. Well, what his number is. He came up to me and I had to tell him. I said, hey, man.
What's a homosexual number? What do you, out of all the numbers,
99.
The gayest?
All the numbers, 37.
6.
37.
I think
probably.
7.
37?
No.
More 37?
7.
6. Don't say like a gay person.
No,
People
7.
get mad at it. It's like, we're
I'm not
gay
saying
people.
it.
7 is probably pretty. Yeah,
more
it's
than
pretty
6.
Gay.
6 seems real gay.
Well, no, because it's lucky.
And it's
lucky.
6. It ends with that X. 7.
None of this is funny if you do it in a gay voice. I'm having a serious conversation about what number
is the gay.
Do you think is the gay out of all? You know, and my vote is 6. I'm a list bully. You know.
But
that.
why 6 though?
Are we going 1 to 10? 1 to 20? Where does it stop?
1 to 100.
I don't know. 6 seems like a homosexual number to me.
I'm going 4,332.
You're just showing off that you count that high.
4,337.
That's how high he can count. Jay Mohr and Jason Collings at The Real Hey Maddie, who never tweets, so we give out his Twitter address every damn show. This is More Stories, episode 200 and something. Jason Collings is a great comic, coming fresh off his Tonight Show appearance. Go to jmohr.com for all my live dates. Jason Collings, do you have a website?
I do. It's called facebook.com. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Facebook?
Yeah. And then you put a slash and then it's Jason Collings. You'll find me on there.
COLLINGS.
INGS. And I also have a website called Google. You can find me on that one as well.
Yeah, that's yours? Mm-hmm. Google Jason Collings.
Yep, just Google me.
More Stories. As you guys know, you got to hit the Amazon banner at jmohr.com. See, what happens, Jason, is they buy things on Amazon through jmohr.com. So instead of having Amazon up here, where all my services are, somebody tweeted me and said, don't call it a toolbar. It's called Little Professional Help, JJ. It's not called, what do you call this right here?
Taskbar.
Taskbar?
I don't know. Is that what they called it?
What do you guys call it? Look at these two nerds in the corner. Help me out, 16-year-olds. We got a little mini audience. What do you call this right here where all these things are? You're a...
Just for the record,
it's a toolbar.
Fucking search.
You're a nudnik. Well, I'm going to call it a toolbar. And if you have Amazon, where you bookmark your sites, instead of bookmarking Amazon, bookmark jmohr.com. And then when you want to go to Amazon, click on my website, use the Amazon banner, and I will read your name on the podcast, and I'll make you famous. Thomas Kelly, winner, chicken dinner. You're the guy tonight, my man. Jay, love the podcast, he writes, ! I'm stationed in Japan flying with the Navy. Listen to it every chance I get. I've done nearly all the holiday and birthday shopping for my wife and 3 kids via your Amazon link this year. Until I listened to your podcast, I hadn't used Amazon, but now I use it for nearly everything going through jmohr.com. Enjoy your 23 cents of commission for the $1,000 of purchases I have made. Tell them to give you a raise, damn it. TK, that's Thomas Kelly in the Navy. We have a Navy in Japan. That's surprising to me.
That's unbelievable. I don't know anything about this shopping online thing. I feel like...
What about Japan? How do you feel about Japan? It's an island.
Japan, I heard there's a lot of Japanese people there.
Filled,
Japanese people,
overflowing,
and they're all they're so unique looking from each other. That's what I heard about the place. I want to go.
How come you have like this super gravelly? Like I just got done.
I was screaming at bitches on stage tonight, and that's what happens.
Screaming at bitches,
screaming at the bitches.
What people don't know is we did a show at a kennel tonight. And
no, man. I meant girls. Okay,
girls, man.
Women.
So tonight's show, how do you wind up with that, Jason Collings?
Well, my manager gave him a call and said, "You got to see this guy." We sent him a tape. They came and saw me, and they said, "Come do the Tonight Show."
It's that easy. Who was the guest when you were on?
Justin Timberlake and Paula Patton were the guests, and
that's a big show.
Yeah,
that's a big.
Awesome.
That's a high number.
A lot of ratings. It was great.
Who was? And Jay was obviously probably awesome to you. He loves comics.
He's so. I mean, any amount of nerves that I had when I went there, he got rid of them right away. He
came in and sat with you in his denim shirt.
I got there early because I live a little farther away, and they had the car pick me up early, so I got there probably 2 hours early, and we hung out. We walked around the set, and he had his denim suit on. And
do you think when he was a baby, he had a denim onesie?
He had a denim. Well, did they have one? No, the babies wore the little baby robes, and it was denim. You know what's funny is the shirt that I.
What's a baby robe?
You ever see when the babies they didn't have the snap in the crotch back?
Oh, like Farina?
Yeah, it was literally, exactly.
Like a little rascals. Farina had a baby robe, but he was 12 years old.
Exactly. You know what's funny is I wore a denim shirt. And then we took pictures.
Oh, you and Jay Leno.
The two of us.
I thought you meant in life, and I'm like, that's not really that funny at all.
On the show.
You want to do something weird? I wore jeans the other day.
You know what's fucking weird?
But you never know. What's the deal with denim shirts?
He was awesome. He's like, this is the easiest show you're ever going to do. And if you screw up, we could just start over again.
Really?
Yeah, he was fucking awesome.
I'm pro Leno.
Didn't screw up.
You didn't?
Did not.
Were you happy with your set?
I was best set I could have had. It was awesome.
Your kids are old. I got like an 11-year-old and a 2-year-old. I say like 11, like I'm not sure. I have an 11-year-old. Let me rephrase it. I have an 11-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. And your kids are as old as like Maddie's girlfriend.
Yeah, they're citizens. I don't have kids. I have roommates that don't pay rent is what I have.
How old are your kids?
Dudes. One is 24 and the other one's 18. The baby's 18.
But you're only like 40.
42.
How old were you when you had your first kid? Because I'm not good at math.
I was in high school. I was 18.
What was this, like Bruce Springsteen, The River? Me and Mary met in high school when she was just 17.
Your references are the shit. Yeah.
I don't want to go off on a rant here, but this guy was having kids like Bruce Springsteen in The River. He's driving a stolen car, for fuck's sake.
I loved having kids. I'm glad I did it young. And there's no way in the world I want to be your age, Jason, after... How old is your kid?
My kid's 2.5. My youngest 2.5. I'm 43.
And you're 50. Oh, 43.
I'm a year older than you.
I know. 2.5?
Yeah, he's awesome.
So when he's 12...
I'll be dead.
Jesus, I can't see. I'm glad I did.
Massive heart failure, shoveling snow in my parents' driveway. I hope that's how I go out. I hope my parents are old and they're like, come help us. Your father doesn't get around. They don't talk like that. I don't know. I made my parents do it.
Made them characters.
Your father, he can't do the driveway anymore. Maybe you could come by. And then my father goes, shovel the driveway for me.
Your father's Japanese?
I'm not going to put a name on it because I'm Johnny Corporate, so I'm not fucking that up. And then I hope I'm shoveling my parents' driveway and my heart just explodes. That's a good way to go. One of the ladies in the meet and greet was a coroner. Did you see that lady?
No.
And her hands were like ice cold.
Yeah, I smelled it on her.
It was creepy.
Like formaldehyde?
She goes, let me get a picture of you. I'll put it on my computer. And I'm like, I hope this is the only photo of me you ever see. I don't want a photo of me with my fucking heart coming out of my ears.
She just told you I'm a coroner? She said, hey, I'm a coroner. How you doing?
Yeah, she said I'm a coroner. And then I shook her hands and they were real cold. I'm like, maybe take the hands off the bodies once in a while.
Ugh,
Spend a little too much time in the freezer.
That's
How do you discipline a 24-year-old if they still live in your house and they're not? Really?
You don't. I have to ask now. Hey, can you maybe not, leave dishes in your room?
Oh, that's how you get ants.
And then and then he's like, and they always look at me like I'm an asshole. All right, Dad. Yeah, just chill out. They think I'm crazy because I want to clean the house.
But you were like, you're a huge martial arts guy. You had a martial arts studio that you owned. So why don't you just do like a fucking cave their chest in with a chest punch?
Because the problem is, I taught them from age 3 up to now, and now they can kick my ass.
You think your kids can beat you up?
You know what? I don't let them know that, but I'm pretty sure it can happen. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, because there's
anyone.
2 of them.
There's 2 of them. They can gang up on me. They're both, bigger than me now. And
really, you're a pretty big dude. You're solid. And for the listener, Jason Collings, he kind of looks like Guy Ritchie. He's dressed very cool. You look like you should be dating Madonna.
Thanks, man.
He's got the leather jacket. He's dressed in layers
I
tonight.
hope Madonna's listening.
He's got his cool Vans, sneakers. Nothing like a 40-year-old walking around his skateboard shoes.
And I don't skateboard. They're just comfortable.
Like, hey, hot girl, that's 38. I go for the young ones, 38, 37. When you come to my truck, see my skateboard. It's a Santa Cruz limited edition.
This isn't even leather, man. It's not even real leather. I got it at Urban Outfitters, $60.
You don't think Urban Outfitters has real leather?
No, I know that this isn't real leather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know.
They sold it to you like, come buy this fake leather coat.
Because I could afford it. That's why I know it's not real leather.
Oh. How you were 18 with a baby?
I was very young, yeah. I was a baby with a baby.
Did you know what the hell you were doing?
Nope. And I fucked up on the first one all along.
How? What happened?
Well, I gave him too much. Let's just give him his space. And, he got into some trouble. And
Go on.
You want to talk about the trouble he got into? All right. Age 17, my son was arrested for selling weed. Now, I'm a young dad.
To you.
No, not to me. I get a call that's a friend of mine is actual juvenile narcotics detective in the city that I live in. And he calls me up and he says, I got bad news. And I thought he was joking with me. I said, that's real funny. Turns out it was true. I left him there overnight. His mom wasn't happy about that. But the funny thing is I call my buddy and I'm like, yo, man, I dropped the ball. I'm a horrible dad. He's like, what happened? I says, my son was arrested this morning for selling weed. And here's how shitty my friend is. He says, wait, you mean this whole time I could have been getting my shit from him? Hey, it's a good point. But then a year later...
But you smoked pot in your life, right?
Yeah.
If you knew your son had weed, would you have pinched from his stash?
No.
Like you go, I have to confiscate your weed.
I have to make sure it's safe for consumption. Let me try it out.
Right, and then would you have pinched a little for yourself?
Fuck yeah.
What?
Yes.
Speak up.
Yes, I would have.
I feel like I'm shouting and you're whispering.
Hey, I can't raise my voice any louder than this. I'm not gonna. We have one more show to do, right?
No,
unless you're firing me, right?
Tomorrow night.
Right, tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, but not tonight. Leave it all on the dance floor, dude. You're a dancer. You're out at the clubs.
You like the moves? You saw my moves tonight?
I saw a little bit of your
man,
moves.
I got some moves, dude.
What is it with white guys that we're inherently afraid to just let our inhibitions go on the dance floor?
Oh, I'm not afraid. I will kill it on the dance floor.
You
not
will?
now, but
I will kill it as well.
I mean,
there's no parking on the dance floor.
I'm talking waltz, cha-cha, all the social dances.
All the social dances? I saw Brian Regan do a bit I think it was Brian Regan, where it's got white guys, they'll never put their hands up past their ears, and they never do a full 360. And ever since he said that joke, I make a point the moment I'm on the dance floor, my hands are all the way up, and I immediately start doing 360s woo! And then gay guys pick me up, and they ask me what the gayest number is, and I say 6, and they're like, you're welcome to the club, you're right.
No, they say 47.
47?
47, yeah.
Don't say it in that voice.
What voice are you talking about? I'm not doing a voice.
Kids, keep going.
Kids. Oh, they're not kids.
Do the heavy
dudes.
lifting today. Just fucking talk.
All right. Son was arrested for selling weed. A year later, arrested for DUI.
How do you discipline a kid when he gets home for selling the grass?
Well, I grounded him for a year. He was my shadow for a year. Couldn't go anywhere with me. He couldn't go anywhere without me. I had him working at my martial arts school. I owned a martial arts school at the time. I had him working there, answering phones, teaching classes. And it was awesome. And in that year, he got his black belt at 18 years old.
So by punishing your son, you made him a black belt that can actually beat you up.
Yes, I know. So it sounds bad, but it's
no, it
a
sounds
lot of discipline.
fine.
A lot of discipline. Then a year later, he's like, can I go to my friend's house to watch the UFC? I said, yeah, go ahead. Because it was been a year. And he goes, I said, be home by 11. An 18-year-old kid at home at 11, that sucks. But I'm still mad at him for the thing he did last year. So he looks at his watch and he's like, shit, I'm going to be late. So he gets in the car and he's speeding home and he gets pulled over for speeding. And now my kids cannot lie. They're really bad at lying. So the cop asked him if you've been drinking and he said yes. So boom, because he's under 21, he gets popped for that. And then it's been a great kid ever since.
That's hilarious.
It's been a great kid ever since. It's
a funny story.
He's in college.
Glad you're on the
now
podcast. This is fucking barn burner.
Hey, this was your idea to talk about the kids.
You don't have any fucking material about your kid? I didn't want to do the wiki page of your.
You asked me about him.
Born.
Then he was born. He was born in '89. If you want to talk about that, you want to talk about that.
Jason Collings, ladies and gentlemen.
There's more stories. We could talk about the time that no, just kidding. He played Little League football. You want to talk about that?
What?
My youngest is He's the scary one. He's bigger than all of us. 18 years old. He's fucking.
What if I sat on your shoulders and we wore like a really long coat?
Is that what we're going to talk about?
What if, like, would he be bigger than us then? Like, if I sat on your
Well,
shoulders.
How tall are you?
5'10".
No, he'd be a lot smaller than us because I'm 6'2".
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm 6'1". I say 6'2" because it sounds better.
I lied about my height on my driver's license. I said I was 6 foot. Yeah.
I lie about my weight.
Why? You're in good shape.
I lied about my eye color.
You did?
Yeah.
I lied about my
that's
name.
in the picture. What do you mean?
That's the impressive part.
I lied
What do
about
you
my
say your
name,
eyes
and
are?
I only lied about my
Purple.
name and my address.
Purple. Your license doesn't say your eyes are purple.
Want to see it?
You really put purple and they put it on
Yeah.
there? Oh, if you're going to show it to me, I believe you.
He's a loose cannon, this one.
This guy, man.
4,162. At the Real Hate Maddie. At Jason
67.
Collings.
Hit me up.
67. Dude.
Yeah, if you want some, follow somebody on Twitter that never sends out a tweet.
That's me.
That's you.
I'm the fucking guy.
3,000 followers, 8 tweets.
He's got Twitter figured out. You got to tweet more. Chicks love that shit.
I think you should tweet pictures of your dick.
My dick.
Yeah.
All right.
You got average?
Average what? Dick size?
Dick size, yeah. Are you just average size? Or?
He wants to know, is your penis...
Average size.
Yeah, a national average?
No,
like-
it's definitely below
Now,
average.
I believe you because
What?
It's definitely below average.
You're lying.
The average is 14, right?
Why is the
fucking
engineer funnier than the fucking
way
comic
bu-
that's on the podcast?
Dude, I got no voice.
I don't have a voice either.
Bullshit. When you smoke,
What? I quit that shit long ago. I blow my voice out because I don't sing properly for my diaphragm. My other job in my barbershop quartet.
this thing's not on TV?
What do you close with? Because I'm always in here peeing right before I go on stage. I haven't heard your
I
closing
have-
thing.
First of all, dude, all my jokes are closers. No,
We'd like to hear
what did
one
I
of
close?
them.
What did I close with tonight? The first show, I think I don't know. I don't remember. I don't have a fucking set list. What did I close with tonight? I think.
Don't be Johnny Cool. You know
I think
what,
I
man?
closed
I
with
just
the
go out there
ratio.
and wing it, man.
I'm not being. If that sounds cool, thank you.
Like, I'm like the band Fish. I just go out and I just fucking jam,
If that
man.
sounds cool, thank you very much. I'm not.
I play Roll
guys, What did I
Jeremiah.
close on tonight? Now
Black
you're making me
jokes?
sound racist. Goddamn.
Yeah, you do a lot of, like, white-black stuff.
I grew up in an area that had a lot of white black stuff in it. You know?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Such as? Therefore,
Well,
such as?
Such as people. We had a lot of black people in my high school, and I thought I was one of them for a very long time.
Oh, please expand on that.
Well, you know, I was in a rap group at 16 years old, and
What was the name of the crew?
which one was that one?
Wait, there's more than one rap group you're in?
Yeah, dude, come on. Are you locking the door?
No, I'm opening it up a little bit. What was the name
Actually,
of your rap crew?
the first group I was in, we were called Culture Soup. Hey man, you can laugh out loud. You don't have to do the silent. Hey, I was 16 years old, and
Culture Soup?
Yeah. Ask me why we call it that. Ask me why we call it that.
Why'd you call it
I
Culture
have
Soup?
no idea why we call it that.
A lot of ingredients?
A lot of ingredients in the soup that we're in.
So
Yeah.
how many people in the crew total?
There was 5 of us.
Picture like
There was
old
5 of us.
rotten cheese
You
on
made
the together.
Chumbawamba sound great.
Oh yeah, man. 5 of us and 3 of us were black. So
3 black guys, 2 white guys.
no, I was one of the black guys.
You were all right.
As
no,
far
first
as
of all,
I
you
was
weren't.
concerned, yeah, man.
You really like grew up like I'm a black guy. I'm just like these guys.
No. I just
Except when the cop
I
says
was-
pull over and you're the only one that's allowed to get out of
that
the
I
car.
got.
without getting
Yeah,
his fucking face
I got
smashed
to
in.
go home while they got to go to jail.
You never got pulled over driving while almost black.
dude.
There's no driving. You got pulled over driving, making believe you're black.
exactly. Yeah,
You pull into a parking lot, they're like, "Oh, look at this guy.
he thinks he's black.
He's black. Let's ask him a few questions for no reason."
But yeah, man.
It is amazing. Like white people will always go like, "Why? Why do they always make it about race?" And I say it on my radio show all the time. If you're black, it is always about race.
absolutely
It
about
absolutely is always about race.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere you go, people are like, "Here, look at the black guy."
My buddy and I were in a drive-through in Huntington Beach at 8:30 at night. That's a normal fucking thing to do. We got stopped leaving the drive-through at 8:30. My buddy's black. He's driving. Pulled him out of the car at gunpoint. What are you doing in this neighborhood? He's like, I live in this neighborhood. Didn't believe him. He pulls his ID out, and the cop says his name was Carlos.
The cop goes, "You don't have purple eyes."
His name's
Better be
Carlos,
quick.
and he's black.
Yeah.
Cop goes, "What?" No shit. He asks him, "Why do you have a Mexican name?" He's like, my father's name is Charles. He named me Carlos. It's, black people like, instead of doing the junior thing, they like to make it creative. That's what I learned in Long Beach growing up.
Wait, what was his father's name?
Charles.
That's why he named him Carlos.
Named him Carlos Arturo. His dad's name was Charles Arthur.
I think that's cool.
That's a dope idea, right?
What if the cop pulled over Reggie Jackson? He would have freaked out.
He would have flipped out.
Reginald Martinez Jackson.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I have no idea that's his name.
And Mickey Rivers he's all mixed up. He got a Jewish first name, a Mexican middle name, and a black last name. Mickey Rivers is the best.
My buddy Charles.
The wind was blowing 50 degrees, that's why.
Yeah, Carlos Arturo's last name is Perot. He's got a French last name, too. He's a trippy dude.
So they put a gunpoint, and they let you just sit in the car. You're listening to the Allman Brothers,
and they look over. They look over at me like, "You're gonna be okay. We're taking care of this."
Sweet Melissa, just fucking oblivious to what's happening, just enjoying being white. Like, wow, being white is awesome.
It's the best. But
what kind of car?
Tweeting pictures of your dick out.
Oh, we were in a BMW 5.
That's pre-Twitter, I think, because he's old.
Oh,
I'm 42 years old. I'm not as old as.
You're a year younger than me, but I think you look about 5 years older than me.
Do you really think?
Do you think he looks older than me, young man?
Older. Me or
That's the peanut gallery over here. Brett Kyle. Yeah, Jason looks older than
Brett.
me.
Yeah, I'd say Jason is the frost.
Yeah,
I've
got
had
the white
gray
hair
since I was 19 years old.
I got gray hair. That doesn't mean you look younger now just because you had it when you were 19.
I look very young now.
No, you look good. I said you look like Guy Ritchie.
Investments are just for men.
No, man, I'm gonna keep the gray. I like it.
You like the gray?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Now you're a happily married man.
I'm just happy it's still on my head,
Does your wife go out dancing with you when you're going bananas on the dance floor?
I don't go dancing anymore. I was making a joke about that.
Oh, all right.
She goes dancing, but I
Without you?
Yes.
With the guy's named Carlos?
Go for it. Have fun.
Really? Does your wife really go out dancing?
She goes dancing. She goes salsa dancing. Her and her friends, they go out and do that. I can't do that.
What kind of a white woman, like, what? That's
She's
like
not
this.
white.
What?
You just met her. She's not white.
I was playing it for the audience like they don't know anything. So the audience could have went on a nice little journey with us.
No.
Like, wait a minute. You're married to a Latina woman?
She's Latin. She's Latina. I'm the only white boy in the house.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So your boys are half. Is she Mexican Latina?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why do Mexican people say they're Latina? Latin's like Shakespeare.
She said,
like, you're not Latin. It's a dead language.
You're speaking.
You're speaking Spanish.
What if my wife spoke Latin? That would be the shit. No, she's what they call a Chicana, I guess. Chicano.
I think they call them Mexicans.
That's what they call them now.
In real life.
We're in Mexico, if you think about it.
And did you ever want more kids
No,
after?
I didn't want the ones I have.
Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? Do you ever let them know that? Maybe that's why they smoke so much pot. Dad doesn't want us.
If I wanted more kids, they're 18 and 24. I'm done. I did that.
Do you still change your diapers?
No, they're going to be changing mine pretty soon, though.
What's the black stuff you do on stage? Because I didn't see any of your set.
I just talk about.
No, let me explain to the listener.
I want to be black.
Let me explain to the listener. I didn't see any of your set tonight because I wanted you to be able to say it and me hear it for, like, conversationally. Do you know what I mean?
Are you explaining to your listeners or me?
The listeners, and well, you at the same time. But I don't want I didn't want to see your set and be like a shitty morning radio host. Like, I understand. At one time, you tried to be a black guy.
Oh, right.
Z Morning Zoo, fart sack and crack in the morning. It's time for the Friday fart song, everybody.
I talk about how I want to be black. That's what I said. I said it looks like the.
That's Patton Oswalt says that in the Comedians of Comedy.
That's right. That's what I've heard it.
Yeah. All right. Tell us, what did you do to be black? Did you get soul glow?
No, when I was younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I let the hair grow out. I have very curly hair. Let the hair grow out. Michael Jackson look. I sang a lot and did some rapping, and it was fucking awesome.
Want to bust some freestyle for us right now?
I don't rap, dude. I don't do that anymore. I sucked at it then, and I suck worse at it now. That's. Why do all white guys know how to beatbox real good?
That is an excellent question.
What was that?
I feel like white guys are the best beatboxers now.
Don't tell Dougie Fresh.
Well,
he'll get mad. You want to hear something funny? When I was in how old were you in your rap crew?
From age like 17 to 21.
Okay. When I was 16, I was in a breakdance crew.
Oh, we're talking dancing now? Oh, from age. Okay. You want to do that? All right.
You're like,
From age about 12. From age 12 to about 16.
I meant to say 11.
Wait, okay. From age 9 to 17 I was breakdancing like a motherfucker. I was actually in a breakdance crew too. What was your best move? Were you a stand-up guy, pop locking, or what were you doing?
No, I was down on the ground. A lot of windmills, a lot of scramble, and my big move.
A lot of what? Wait, scramble?
Scramble when you're down on the ground, fucking shuffling your feet.
What is they call it? Scramble?
We call it scramble.
Oh, okay. What do we call it? Crazy.
What
legs.
did you call it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Crazy legs. We call it crazy legs.
Crazy legs. I thought that was your nickname when you played football.
That b-boy shit is for old men. I don't know anything about it.
I'll tell you this: we had a talent show in my junior high, and it was me, James Barone. I forget. There's 2 other guys, and we worked out this whole sketch where I was an old man on a park bench, and they came. They tried to mug me. And I got up, and they were like, "Yeah, why don't you show us some of your moves?" And then I got up, my big.
That's when you dropped the cane. And then you're still
and I took off the big trench coat, and my big signature move was I could jump like as high as like a kid could jump, and do like a 180 in the air and land on my hands into like the worm. And I'd do the worm, but it was a high jump. It was impressive. And we were called the Sonic Breakers.
So you jumped up in the air, landed in a handstand, and then dipped down into
dip real nice.
Dressed as an old man.
No, I had parachute pants on. old man parachute pants.
Under the trench coat, you were
made
dressed
from a real
as
parachute from World War II.
That makes
I
sense.
came from the beaches of Normandy. This is how I parachuted into Normandy.
I could just picture you on the park bench with the cane and shit, and you like stand up and do the old man walk.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you let go of the cane. Like, remember Gene Wilder and fucking Willy Wonka, and then he just does the front roll, and that was you. But you did the worm instead.
We
of
were the
somersault.
Sonic Breakers.
The Sonic Breakers. We were the Quartermasters.
What were you?
Quartermasters.
Quartermasters? Mm-hmm. That's like that sounds almost like New Orleans, like brass band.
It's
That's
some
a good
military
name.
thing. My buddy came up with the name, and I didn't ask him why. I thought it just sounded cool.
What is a quartermaster?
I have no idea.
You still don't know?
I have no
You
idea.
didn't do any research,
No,
even in the days.
It's something. It's military. It's something military.
Quartermaster?
Yeah, I think it is.
Matty Boy's gonna look it up on his phone.
It's something with the military. It's like
Yeah, we were the Sonic Breakers. A lot of parachute pants. A lot of backspins. You know, you hold the
backspin.
pose. What was your signature move?
My signature move was windmills. I could do the windmills. I was the only
Did you do them all day?
All day long. First time my first big knee injury was a windmill accident.
At a miniature golf course?
No, man, in the gymnasium. Gym floors.
Nothing
were
on that?
Nothing on the miniature golf course. The miniature golf course. Got it, Jay. Got it.
Don't patronize me, you prick. I'll tell you this. All right, I'm going to make a confession.
All right, go.
I can only do one windmill.
You could still do one now?
No. Yeah, I can do one now easily, but I can only do one. I can't keep
back
going.
when you were
like-
younger.
Yeah, I could only do the one.
could
Like
do
how
two
guys
now.
can just keep going and going and
Yeah,
going.
that was me. I was that guy.
I can only do one. So then I would have to do the one and like stand straight up and then do some popping and locking and act like it was just part of the routine.
Or you wait till the cops come and break up the breakdance circle and start your windmill.
No, the cops in my town, small town in New Jersey where all the cops are like kids that just graduated high school and played football, and they just all you gotta do is break up like parties with red Solo cups in the woods. Are you going up to the Rock? We're going up to the Rock.
You were like small town dude, huh? See, I grew up in Long Beach.
Long Beach? How
Long
many
Beach,
kids in your
California.
graduating class?
In my graduating class, I think it was 1,500.
What? There's
Yeah.
400 kids in my whole school.
Oh, my son just graduated. There was 4,000 kids in his
Pothead
graduating
or the
class.
other one?
No, the youngest
What's his drug of choice?
one. None.
Shame?
None. He likes those vapor things, whatever they are. And I think
Well, that's a drug. That's pot.
No, it's not, man. Come on. Let me think he's an angel just for a little bit longer. It's vapor. It's just vapor. It's nothing. You know Bobby Lee, right? Bobby told me, that's just vapor. Try it out.
Like a vapor cigarette?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
like
you know
a-
those vape shops where they have the fucking hookah thing?
It's nicotine,
Don't.
right?
No, man. It's
Well,
not
that's not
nicotine.
bad.
It's not nicotine. It's just flavored vapor stuff.
Flavored vape.
Yeah.
Like
He's an angel.
hookah lounge.
Hookah lounge. That's that shit. Yeah. He's
Why
an
do
angel.
people go to hookah lounges? That is like the weirdest shit in the
My
world.
oldest son wants to open one.
Well, I got news for you. If that's his big plan, he never quit smoking pot.
I never said he quit.
That is a fucking
That kid's-
pothead.
that-
Like, you
no,
know what you do
he's-
is you open a hookah
No,
shop.
you don't even know.
man.
He is
Cherry.
the biggest pothead.
Plum,
Gummy bear.
Oh,
gummy
no.
bear flavor. Matty boy, why do people go to hookah shops?
I have the only time I've ever gone is because there's nothing else to do. It's late. They're open till like 4. They're open. They're
and
open
you
after
sit
hours.
cross-legged and smoke.
People
the shit,
sit
man.
cross-legged. They play checkers. Everyone's really fucking mad.
Checkers.
They look at the monitors playing weird Arabic music that's just not mixed to the fucking music that's
I feel
playing
like
in
they're
the
pretending
joint.
to be mad. Just
They're
for
all
the-
very
for
angry.
ambiance.
The Arabic people are mad.
Well, yeah, because they're angry that you're in their hookah shop. They're like, well, this
Oh.
fucking asshole doesn't really smoke hookah. Look at him. Go smoke a cigarette like a fucking white guy.
And you're sitting there with a hookah in your mouth going, obviously I do really smoke hookah because I'm in your fucking
those
building
things are way
smoking
too.
hookah.
It's like a big, pretty pot. What the fuck is that thing?
It's a bong.
But it's not filled with anything but it's tobacco, right?
Well,
If in real life, in a real hookah place, are there? Is it?
Yeah, no, it's just tobacco.
The white guys
unless
are
you know the
putting-
guy.
White guys are putting.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
And they'll sprinkle a little something in it for you.
Yeah, they used to.
I didn't know that. Look at these guys.
It doesn't work quite the same though because the tobacco sits in a little cup and then the charcoals go on the top, so it doesn't actually burn the weed. It's kind of.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Well, talking about putting pot in a hookah.
Well, a quartermaster is a military officer responsible for providing quarters,
There you go.
rations, clothing, and other supplies in the
you go.
military.
So you guys are the quartermasters.
So you guys brought other people's shit.
Yeah,
Oh, we were in charge of shit.
So you guys brought other people's shit.
Yeah, we brought them our moves to.
So hookah seems like the stupidest thing in the world to go to a hookah place if you don't know the guy. Like when a bunch of drunk white girls are like, "Let's go to the hookah place. It's fun."
No, I would only go if I know I'm getting laid.
They don't look fun at all.
And the Arabic people are mad that you're there. I didn't know that.
They usually are.
Wait, you just said you only go there if you know you're getting laid?
Well, he said if there's a bunch of girls that go, let's go to the hookah
girls
bar.
go. Every time I've seen one of those places or walked by, it's all guys in there.
Well, that's why I go.
Jay,
6. I know the magic number to get in.
It's 7, dude.
Ever go to like a Moroccan restaurant where you got to share a table and everybody eats with their hands?
Nope. Won't do it.
I went one time and it was so goddamn disgusting. You
Won't
go
do
there
it.
and it's like the fanciest. There's one on Sunset by the Laugh Factory, and it's like the fanciest.
What's it called?
I honestly don't remember the name. I would have no problem ratting them out for being disgusting, pig-like fucking people.
I don't want to.
You literally sit on the floor. And there's like
See, right
chicken,
there, you lost me.
Chicken and all this stuff, and like
fucking floor.
lamb, and then everyone there's like a bowl. You know when you fly, I don't know, you fly first class in like hot towel, and it's
Whatever, Jay. No, I don't know what that's like. I've seen that on television.
So they give you a hot towel, and it smells like lemons, and it's like a nice hot towel, and that's all. They have that on the table, and like a little thing to put your water to put your hands in.
Nope.
And then that's all it is. And I'm like, if we're all using the same towels and the same little water, like this is disgusting. Everyone eats with their hands, and they act like it's totally normal. I'm like, first of all, we're not in fucking Darfur. We shouldn't be sitting around picking at a carcass. There's 10 people acting like it's totally normal. This isn't a goddamn UN, pit stop. It's a fancy restaurant. It's like
Not a culture soup.
No, it's not.
Hey, man,
culture
good
soup.
callback. I will eat chicken and I'll eat lamb, but not on the fucking floor with my hands.
That's where I draw the line. Oh my god. You want to hear the funniest fucking story?
Yes, I do.
I had a doctor in Manhattan. I've talked about him on the podcast before, Dr. Frank. He was like a mob doctor. He'd like stitch up the guys from the neighborhood. And he was like an older guy, real handsome. He's short. He's kind of heavy. He was like the same width as he was height. And it was Dr. Frank. And you go.
It's a gump, by
he
the
would
way.
give you like Valium and stuff. And he'd like, yo, don't show the nurse on the way out. She'll charge you for the Valium. Just put it in your pocket. Right. And you're like, all right, whatever. So once I go in there and he goes, hey, I forget the guy's name, but he goes, hey, Johnny Ice? And I go, no. And he goes, he thinks he's a gangster, but he's no gangster. He's a fake. You know that, right? I go, no. Like, remember when I just said I don't know Johnny Ice? So I don't know that he's like a fake gangster. He goes, he comes in here. Bottom line is, this guy goes to Dr. Frank. All the mob guys would go to Dr. Frank to get stitched up and all that stuff. And we would go because he would give us fucking free Vicodin, Valium, Percocet, and liquid morphine, and et cetera, and give you flu shots, and everything was free. It was great. And he was right around the corner down in Soho on Spring Street in Thompson. And he goes, Johnny Ice was at a whorehouse on Watt Street. He sounded like the guy from Reservoir Dogs, like,
Right.
Oh, you guys like stories, huh? Here's a story. 5 guys in a bullpen in San Quentin. Get the picture? He sounded like that. So this mob guy walks into Dr. Frank. He goes, Frank, you got to stitch me up. He goes, JJ, there was no marks on his face whatsoever. And I go, what is it, Johnny Ice? He goes, they fucked me up. I go, who? He goes, the cops, they fucked me up. Look at this mark right here. I go, what happened? He goes, by the way, JJ, there was no mark. There was no, but he would put his hand on you like this, like, JJ,
a little too tight.
JJ, there was no mark on his face. It was clean. Okay. I'm like, all right, like creepy. He goes, I go to the whorehouse on Watt Street, with the Chinese ladies. This is, all right, I don't want anybody to think I'm being racist. This is a story that was told to me. So Johnny Ice comes in one day and he's like a triage center, like he's been shot in the Civil War, like he needs that kind of medical attention. Like, Frank, you gotta help me. I'm at the whorehouse on Watt Street with all the Chinese ladies, and he goes, yeah, and he goes, I'm not gonna say the word. He goes, 2 black kids come in, they hold the fucking place up, but he didn't say black kids, right?
What did he say?
He said the word that I'm never gonna use again. He goes, 2 black kids come in and they hold the place up. And they go, everybody get on the floor. And he puts a gun in my eye real hard and he pistol whipped me. Look at this. Look at my face, Frank. He goes, JJ. And again, the hand, like now it's on my shoulder.
He's closer.
There was no marks, JJ. There's nothing on the guy's face. He goes, get on the ground. Get on the ground. And Johnny Ice goes, but I defied them, Frank, because I wasn't getting on the floor with no 19 naked fucking chinks. I defied them, Frank. I defied them. And he goes, that's the whole fucking, like, that was his point of pride. Like, he's in a whorehouse on Mott Street.
But he won't lay
But
down
when it
with
gets
her.
real, like, I'm not laying on the floor with no 19 naked fucking chicks.
Guy's got standards. Guy's got standards.
Do you have any stories like that?
No, man, that's a good story, dude.
Fucking tell something.
I don't have Dr. Franks, man.
We got to give love to the sponsors. I'm going to be back in 60 seconds. And when we come back, you are not going to believe how fucking funny. We're going to switch out Jason Collings with Jason Collins.
He's here?
He's going to have really good, funny stories.
We're good buddies, man. We're good buddies.
Jason Collings in 60 seconds.
And we're back.
Jason Collings, when did you make the decision that you were no longer a black person?
You know, when I was about, when I had kids and those kids came out white, like me, I figured, hey, these are my kids and I'm a white, you know, it's one of those things that it's embarrassing. I look back at pictures and I have the fucking curl with the shag in the back and I'm trying real hard to be black. And I'm like, you know what? That's embarrassing. My hair looks disgusting. And I need to.
Not the way you behaved, the hair.
Oh, no. I was a very well-behaved black person. I was a safe black guy. I was one of those black guys.
Give me an example of like Will Smith. Is it who?
No.
Like I wasn't like ODB.
No, I wasn't like ODB.
I was more your Will Smith variety.
I like to think Will Smith, Denzel Washington, you know. But when did I decide I wasn't black?
Wait, how did you?
How do you know I've decided that I still feel pretty black? Haven't you heard me sing? I got a voice. That's why my voice sounds like this. Singing on stage for your fans.
Let's hear a little.
What do you want to hear? What kind of music do you want to hear?
Jesus Christ.
You want to hear Jesus Christ?
I feel like I'm.
You want to hear R&B?
How about do something?
You guys, man, you hear what's going on with my voice? I'm not going to sing R&B for you guys. No way. All right, I'll try one song. That's what I tell people. I want to be black because I want to be able to do that in church. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to go to church every Sunday and sing to the Lord. Woo, 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 woo. See, man, it cracked, and now it sounds terrible. And
No,
now you guys,
it made me laugh.
now your listeners are going to think I'm a shitty singer.
That
I
made me
promise
laugh.
you guys, I'm a great singer. My voice is
why
full.
can't white people sing in church? Why? I always
Are you
wonder that whenever I'm at mass and somebody like sings like a
No, they can sing at church. It's just awful.
Not at my church.
What church do you go to? You go
St.
to a black church. You
Monica's.
obviously go to a black church.
I've been to a black church.
What church do you go to?
St. Monica's.
Oh,
Santa Monica's.
you're
great.
Catholic?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm not Catholic.
But the thing is, I always wonder in church, like somebody sings Hallelujah and they do like this beautiful rendition, and then like no, I'm always like, how come there's no applause in church? But in black
Go
church,
to a black church. Oh man, it's
you
different.
went. All right. Did you
They're
think you
applauding
were
for
black
themselves.
enough that every Sunday you hustled down to the black church?
Oh no, I got
Give money. Go ahead.
Dude, I got my one of my best friends that I grew up with, black dude. His father is a pastor, and he married. I made sure that he was the guy that married my wife and I because we wanted.
You kept it real.
Oh, I kept it real, dude. I marched down the aisle to so fresh and so clean.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, man, pointing at everybody. So fresh and so. I had a cane. Don't think I didn't have a fucking cane.
Like Prime Minister Pete
Oh
Nice.
man, I was the no. Pete Nice was white.
And he had a cane.
Yeah, but he was so white. That guy was so white. He was like really white, and it was uncomfortable watching him do that fucking squint thing. I didn't like the way he looked at all.
I chill in Bed-Stuy. I drive a Maserati.
See, you look like him, kind of.
I look like Prime Minister Pete Nice.
A little bit.
I look like
yeah.
the father from The Incredibles. Who are you kidding? I said I like Colin.
Your chest isn't that big.
Not yet. You know, give me a couple more weeks on the incline.
Do you work out?
Not anymore. I don't really
What did
care.
you do? Were you a boxer? What did you do?
I wrestled.
In high school, or you were just?
Yeah. Or no.
Or was it a hobby?
Intramurals. At the Y.
You really wrestled? You don't have a wrestler look. You two,
What's a wrestler look?
they got those short legs with the big shoulders, and you.
Those are the Italians.
No, those are wrestlers. Irish.
Partner.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
What is that? Holy shit! What is that
That's
from?
from running stairs with a guy on your back.
How often?
Not in wrestling. In jail.
When's the last time you did that?
It's my whole life. I was a
You're
wrestler.
still.
No, that's
running
just. I've
stairs?
never worked legs in my life. That's just from running fucking stairs.
When's the last time you ran stairs?
Last weekend you carried me up those.
No,
those
for real,
stairs.
for real.
I probably ran about 6 months ago. Santa
And you
Monica
still
stairs.
got calves like that. Shit.
Yeah, but I run on the beach too. I
haven't-
run with my priest. I run with Father Tim.
Father Tim.
I broke my leg running with my priest. I had a stress fracture right here, and I had shin splints for like months.
I can't do any of that stuff.
Why?
Because I've had my ACLs replaced. And
With what?
With my, there's 3 that you can get done: the cadaver, and then your thigh, and then your patella tendon. And I got the patella tendon one because it makes for a stronger It makes for a stronger thing.
What if you get a cadaver ACL and that guy had shitty knees? What if you get like old, like hurt?
That's why I didn't want to do it, because I heard that your fucking body rejects it, and I don't want. And I just started thinking gross shit, like it's gonna smell.
What if you get Greg Oden? What if Greg Oden died, and you get his like bulky knees?
Don't need them. I got my own now. I got mine.
You really had 2 ACL replacements?
Yeah.
How long was that surgery?
The surgery was like an hour, but the recovery was a year.
A year. Mm-hmm. How did you know? How did you tear your ACLs?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is that? Your number 1 martial art?
No, I started out with Chinese Kempo.
What's that?
Chinese Kempo. It's a Kempo karate style.
Is that the number 11 on the appetizer side?
That's right, man. That's the number 11.
Fucking worst joke I've ever said on this podcast.
No, it was good, Jay. Don't put yourself.
What is Japanese Kempo for real? Sorry.
Chinese?
What is Chinese?
Chinese Kempo. Okay, Kempo
What
karate.
is Chinese? What's
Chinese is a race. It's an Asian race of people that.
Yeah.
They're small and they talk weird. But the Kempo is actually a mix between Japanese and Chinese martial arts.
But like, what's the style? Like
if you've heard of like the base, like the basic way it's like 5 animal kung fu. You've heard of that, right? Of course you have. Everybody has. You watch kung fu movies growing up. That's what I taught. And
you act like I haven't taken kung fu.
How long did you do it for?
2 years to supplement my wrestling.
Oh, so you didn't really do kung fu. It takes a long time to really.
That's correct. There's only you're in it for the red sash, or you were never in it at all.
What'd you get?
Nothing. There's no belts in kung fu.
You didn't do any sash shit. You just went because they do, and there's a lot of schools that do the white sash, yellow sash.
Yeah,
and all
that's
that shit.
pacified fucking Western.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that the belt system is an American.
In real life
thing.
kung fu, you're either in it for the red sash, which is probably about 4 years, I guess, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, but
if you go
4.5,
like twice
5
a week
years,
and really get after it and practice.
Pay
it
a
all.
lot of money. Yeah.
This guy, the guy we took kung fu from, Mike Fogarty, was the guy
I
in
know
his
who that is.
basement on Grove Street, and we would throw tennis balls at him blindfolded, and he would fucking move his head and get out of the way. That's true.
Did he put the blindfold on himself?
It wasn't fucking Tonto. It didn't have fucking eyes cut out.
Eyes cut out.
He was blind. The guy was fucking.
No, he
I
had
was
a
there,
bigger
dude.
nose, and it was up a little bit, and he could
Bro,
see
he was
under
blindfolded, and
it. I wish I was there so I could throw the tennis balls. At
Blindfolded with pantyhose.
Yeah, it was. There were pantyhose, but his whole thing was emptying yourself of energy. So the only energy in the altercation is the other person's energy and using it against them.
That's beautiful.
And any fight that lasts more than 2 seconds, you have no business fighting.
I had a guy. I was in a tournament once, and I had a guy do some. He stood in front of me. He kneeled in the middle of the match. He kneeled down and closed his eyes. I kicked the shit out of him. Kicked him right out of the ring. And
what move was that he did?
I have no fucking idea, but it pissed me off. It literally
Did you kick
made
him when he was on his knees?
Yeah,
that's legal.
Oh yeah,
head kick.
He was in the ring. The fight was going on. Nobody said stop. He kneeled down and closed his eyes. I kicked him right out of the ring.
Where was he from? Was he like a Long Beach guy too?
No, I don't know where the fuck he was from. It was an international tournament.
Was it a white guy that thought he was black?
No, it was actually a Latino guy that thought he was white. No, a Latino guy that thought he was Chinese.
And you beat the shit out of him.
I beat the shit out of him.
So you start with Chinese Kempo
at age 12,
and that style is what. The reason I asked the style is
kicking, punching, takedowns.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a striking style.
I like Wing Chun a lot.
Me too.
I like that you're always moving forward, like through the center of the person. But if you look up on YouTube, why is it funny?
I don't know. That sounds funny. I like that you say it one more time. You're moving forward through the center of the person.
Yeah.
You're raping the person is what you're saying.
No. Like when you shoot a target, you aim for the middle. Everybody wants to do headshots at the firing range, but you really just want to aim for the middle of the target.
Yeah,
and Wing Chun is all like, in the torso, and you're always going forward, like always like through the person.
Right. It's a close range fighting style, and you never go outside your own shoulders.
And in like a street fight, you go on YouTube and just Wing Chun guys get the fucking shit kicked out of them. Kung Fu,
I could YouTube that.
Oh yeah, any mixed martial artist will beat the shit out of any Kung Fu person. And I think it was Pat Miletich, and if I'm wrong, you guys can tweet me and tell me who it was. They had T-shirts. Your Kung Fu is no good here, because Kung Fu guys would come in and mixed martial art guys would just beat the shit out of them.
Well, you remember the first UFCs?
Yeah,
when it was actually like the movie Bloodsport, where there was several different styles. There was that tall fucking kickboxer guy, and then there was nobody in there was a mixed martial artist.
No,
they were either grapplers or they were strikers. Yeah,
versus like a kickboxing champion.
These guys. I mean, I was training at the Gracie Academy, and they were literally guys were coming in off the street because they had a standing bet. I don't know if you guys remember that. The Gracies had, if you can beat any of them, they'll give you $2,500 or $250.
It was a big difference. You might want to nail down that number.
It was $25,000 if you could beat a Gracie brother.
No, listen, $2,500.
No, $25,000.
$50.
No, $25,000.
It was $25,000.
Dude, it was years ago, but it was $25,000.
They would suck your dick.
No, I'm being serious. $25,000 if you can beat these guys.
That grip.
And nobody can beat them. But they started bringing, there was some Mexican guys out in front of the school working on the street, and they invited those guys in. And the closest that I saw to anybody actually getting hoist was one of these Mexican dudes laying pavement out in front of the school. He comes in and he hit Hoist. You know who Hoist Gracie is? He hit him twice in the face. And then, of course, Hoist got his timing down and beat the shit out of him. But I think that's what happened with the mixed martial arts thing. I think that people started figuring out these guys' grappling style. And then they had to add more fucking technique to it and learn how to kick and punch because, I'm sorry, wrestling's cool, but that's one-on-one. That's one-on-one. And as soon as this pavement guy got down on the ground with Hoist, his buddy that was with him just out of his first reaction was he jumped in the fight.
Right?
Yeah, he jumped in the fight. And next thing you know, you got two guys, and of course we had to pull him off of him. That's why I love the grappling and all that shit. But that's why my favorite still is stand up and striking and straight in the center of the guy, because you know you're not going to get fucking jumped and your head stomped while you're wrestling this guys, because they're always going to have friends around, you know.
Well, how do you live your life that you're afraid that multiple people are going to attack you?
I don't live my life like that anymore. I don't even train.
What do you mean anymore?
I don't train anymore. I don't. When you're immersed in martial arts, that's all you think that your life is a fucking kung fu theater movie. Like you're always ready for the fight, and that's just not. It's not reality.
We're here with Jason Collings, mixed martial artist.
I'm not a mixed martial artist. I'm a stand-up comic.
Okay.
I'm a stand-up comic.
I just didn't see it.
You didn't watch my set.
Because I thought you were going to do it on the podcast. You did woo 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 once.
I can't do it.
See my voice.
I'm not going to sing.
Like, what are you, fucking Diana Ross?
I got one more show.
My bits. My voice is fucked up.
If I can't do these bits tomorrow, you're going to be so disappointed, man. And I'm going to kill it again tomorrow, just like I did tonight and last night.
Yeah, you've been killing it.
I have been killing it.
You've been killing it hard. And I appreciate the fact that you reserved it for the stage.
Yeah, no problem. That's right.
It's better to kill in front of 300 people instead of 250,000 people.
250,000 people are listening to us right now.
It's fucking more.
Hey, guys, glad to be here. My name's Jason Collings.
Yeah, they were in the first 5 minutes.
What's that?
Nothing.
He said they were in the first 5 minutes.
Did I lose your audience? Man, my bad. Sorry.
I texted Jason Collings and I said, don't make sure when we do the podcast in Brea.
See, here's the thing. This is your.
I think you interrupted me just now.
No. This is your podcast. I understand. I'm new at this. I've never done a podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my first time I've ever done a podcast.
Yeah, but I texted you. I said, make sure you work bits in and just act like we're having a conversation. And you're like,
we're having a great. I thought we were having a great conversation.
No, it's a good conversation, but like the whole thing was like, let's get more comics on.
Am I the first comic?
Ever.
Dude, I am fucking...
I've never had a comic. We're in the 200s. It's just only been Masons. A lot of Masons.
Dude, so the shows haven't been as boring. So I'm the most exciting part of these a guest that you've ever had. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, this is the best podcast we've ever had. This fucking buries the David Lee Roth podcast.
You had David Lee Roth on? What was that like?
I'm glad that you're in tune with what I'm doing. How is David
honestly, I don't listen.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. A lot of people. You know what? 99.9% of the world do not listen to this podcast, or any podcast for that matter, because they.
I'm going to start listening, Jay.
I appreciate that very much. Do we have other ads, Mighty Boy? What's wrong with your arm?
I was doing pull-ups. I've been trying to keep up with my son. My son decided he wanted to get a pull-up bar.
The one you put between in the door frame?
Yeah. And I said, let's do it. And he said, all right. Because I thought I could still do pull-ups. And we get this thing home, and he's like, yeah, me first. I was like, yeah, pussy, ladies first. Go ahead. I was way too confident because he got up there and did like 35 pull-ups in a row. And I thought,
what?
Yeah, my son's a strong kid.
The 18-year-old?
Yeah, strong kid. And I said,
half
all right.
gorilla. Jesus Christ.
I said, fuck, yeah, my turn. I thought I was going to do 36. I get up there and I couldn't do one, man. I'm hanging there, and that's what the injury's from, just hanging from a pull-up bar.
You can do one pull-up.
I can now. Since we've got the pull-up bar, I embarrassed myself in front of him because I couldn't do any. So every time he was out of the house, I was up there practicing pull-ups, and I was.
He's got fucking plates in his room.
Yeah, man.
I was just doing pull-ups, staring at all.
I got one up, and then the next day I was able to do 2. But now I'm doing like 3 sets of 10 in my arm.
I can't do any pull-ups. Like I could do 4.
You know, it's a lot fucking harder than it looks.
When you go to the gym, like guys are just doing like sets of 15, like it's nothing.
That pisses me off.
I don't understand it.
It pisses me off, and plus I'm 200 pounds. Pulling up 200 pounds is.
It all turns to dick after midnight too, huh?
You goddamn right, dude. But hey, I could do 3 sets of 10 now, so fuck you.
Of pull-ups?
Yeah.
I swing too much. I don't know what it is. I can't stop swinging around.
You're going too fast.
Going too fast.
You're going way too fast. If you're swinging, you're going way too fast. And you got to use a better grip.
Jason Collings, you don't have a website for real?
No, I don't.
Set one up.
When did you do it? You got a guy?
Not really. I don't even know who did my website.
I'll see if my son can make one.
Your son?
My eldest does that kind of stuff.
Yeah, go with. If you're gonna make a website, go with the pothead.
Yeah, he's great at it. He does.
He wants to open a hookah lounge.
He does web design. He has he turned my garage into a silkscreen factory. He does T-shirts.
Everything your son does is pothead stuff. Like there's not a single non-pothead activity this kid's after.
Yeah, exactly. He's a pothead, and it's.
And he's a black belt?
Yeah, he's a black belt.
Both your sons are black belts?
No, my youngest never really did the whole belt thing. He just did a lot of MMA training and stuff like that.
Who wins in a fight out of the 18-year-old? The youngest one that's not a black belt beats up you and beats up his older brother?
Yeah, he'll beat all of us up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's tough as shit.
And what does he want to do when he grows up?
He wants to be a fireman.
A fireman?
He wants to be a fireman.
God bless him. Did he take the test yet?
Not yet. We're going to put him through EMT training, and we're going to start there.
How much does that cost? A lot of money?
I found one that's about $500-600.
You know, I was thinking,